So hey, what's up guys, Robox here and welcome back to some more MotoGP 2019, the mod career mode. So here we are then, we're here for the next episode where we'll be heading into the next two rounds of the championship. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Moto3 championship for this season. You can see that Gabriel Rodrigo is really running away with this championship this season. We are down in 5th place as well. We're slowly climbing up the leaderboard, but it is slow progress. Let's actually take a look at the MotoGP Championship. See what's going on over there. You can see it is Marquez leading the way from Dovi, then Rossi, then Vinales, and Lorenzo down in 6th place. I mean, you'd have thought he'd have done a little bit better than that in the championship on the Honda, but you know, Zarco's doing pretty decent as well. Take a look at the Moto2. Jorge Martin leading from Bezzecchi and then Alex Marquez, so looking pretty close there. Let's see then, where are we going to be heading into the next episode? So it's the German Grand Prix and the and the Czech Grand Prix, which we'll be heading out to. So this is the episode of the series where we tend to struggle, but we do have some light development points which we could spend. Hopefully we've got enough to spend. We can't put it on the engine just yet, but we could put it on the brakes, get a bit later on the brakes, or we could go for frame, make it turn the react faster when steering, or aero, increasing top speed. We'll go for that one. We want to increase the top speed really on this bike. That's going to help us out. So yeah, let's get straight into the race then for the German Grand Prix. It's going to be a tough episode, but stick with us and hopefully we can battle through. Here we go then, we are on the grid for the start of the German Grand Prix. We're going to be starting from the back, and as you can see it's Aaron Canet on pole with Kanonku up there as well with him. So this could make for an interesting race. Nice to see Aaron Canet up there on pole position, but you can see one of our teammates is up there as well, so we're going to have to try and push up to the back of him. We don't want to be well, we want to be the #1 rider for this Sky VR46 team, so we're going to have to push for the wins, and we are trying to gain in the championship as well. So let's do this then. Coming up to turn 1, and you can see the bike getting all out of shape there, but up the inside for P13 and then P12. Come on, keep it going up the hill. Got to carry the momentum around this track, and we're stuck in behind Philip Salak now. Let's just see if we can sit in behind him, pick up some slipstream as well. Just follow his lines, because these left-handers are real tricky to get right, and I'm actually playing on a new controller as well, so it's getting used to it a little bit, so that might take a lap or two. But here we go then, trying to hunt down the top 10. Not sure who's leading, but it looks like there is a fellow Sky rider up there. Here we go, up the inside of Philip Salak for P11. Bit of a block pass, but we get the job done in the end. Hit that apex nicely round turn 11. Only a few more corners to go. It's a very short track, this Saxon Ring circuit is. So here we go, late on the brakes. Alberto Arenas is next for P10. Oh, saying that, down he goes. Down he goes, and we're coming to pressure from Philip Salak, so we're going to have to brake late round the outside. And there's Ricardo Rossi at the final corner just up ahead of us. So there we go, P10 after the first lap. Not a bad start at all, really. Especially around here, short track, and it's difficult to overtake, as Ramos takes the fastest lap of the race on that first lap. And who is that down? That looks like one of the Sky VR46 riders. It is Ramos, who was leading, has now fallen out and gifted Rodrigo the lead of another Grand Prix. So yep, not the first time we've seen our teammate fall off. Lots of people seem to fall off in this class. It's really weird at turn 1, can be quite difficult. It gets all out of shape, the bike, and if you can't hold it, down you go, and we saw our teammate do that. So there we go, up into P5. Oh man, just get hit out wide by one of the Leopard bike. Oh my god, Antonelli up our inside as well. Right, we're going to regain this position. Up the inside of Antonelli. Try and block him off. Oh, he's going up the inside, cut him off. Oh, that was a bit aggressive. Here we go, underneath Della Porta. We're trying to be as equally aggressive as they were. Oh, we get a poor exit out of there, and the Della Porta is back up our inside. But we're going to go back up his inside and up the inside of Ramirez. And who is that down? That isn't Rodrigo, and that's completely distracting me to get a poor exit there. Who was down there? It is Gabriel Rodrigo. Gabriel Rodrigo goes down, and we're losing position left, right and centre. Gabriel Rodrigo, the championship leader, has fallen off here. We set the fastest lap of the race. coming up behind our former teammate Kanonku, and then is it Aaron Canet we're here with? Let's try. We can get the win here. We've had some amazing pace. Here we go, up the inside of Kanonku, and it is Aaron Canet, the pole position man, back in the lead. We've had 2 of the leaders fall off of their bikes in the space of 2 laps. That is absolutely crazy. Up the inside of Aaron Canet then. There we go, job done. Now we're going to watch as they are good. Oh, here is Onku, not again with Onku. More rivalry going on with Onku, and here comes Aaron Canet up the inside. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, brake very late coming to turn 8, but we managed to hold it. There we go. Up the hill then. Oh, on turn 10, that is decent through there. We're really pushing it around here today. Here comes Aaron Canet. They're getting a really good run behind us. Into the penultimate corner, turn 12. Out a bit wide, pull it back round. And it is Onku behind us again. Our rival and former teammate Kanonku still going very strong in this championship. And my question is now, we're going to take another win here in this Moto3 championship. Who's going to get second place? It looks like Canet is going to take it from Onku. What an end to this Grand Prix. But more importantly, where is the championship leader, Gabriel Rodrigo? Where did he finish? Because he fell off at the start, at the end of lap number 2. And let's take a look then. Where is he? Rodrigo, P10. So he got some points, but not a massive haul of points. But he's still got a massive buffer in the championship. 54 points. And then we are just 5 points off of Aaron Canet. So we're moving up the championship. We're making some good gains. This is good from us. Ricardo Rossi actually falls down the grid 3 points. Look how close it is there for second place. Just Gabriel Rodrigo running away with it. So this could knock his confidence. Maybe he'll lose some momentum in the championship, but I highly doubt it. But anyway, we took that win here today at the Saxon Ring. Now we're just heading to Brno, which is going to be another challenging track. Are we going to be able to do it? Let's find out. Here we are on the grid then. You can see it's Rodrigo back up to where he he probably feels he belongs on pole position there. Hopefully for him, he doesn't fall off again, but hopefully for us he does, because we want to close him down the championship if we're going to take this Moto3 title. We are 59 points behind him, so it's going to be tough to try and catch him. But I didn't do any development points here today for this race because I'm trying to save for some engine upgrades, and we were something like 70 points, and that was it, 70 points off of being able to do the next engine upgrade, so that is pretty annoying. So here we go, coming to turn number 1, out a little bit wide. Oh, we've lost some positions, we lost all that momentum as well as we get clip the back of that dude there. Couldn't quite see who it was, but let's see if we get a decent run and brake as late as we can. Coming up the inside, we're topping out there. Just had the red limiter coming into turn 3 then. Oh, we're trying it around the outside. This is risky. See if we just don't get the run back onto the circuit. Come on, I want to get to the inside. Here we go, very late on the brakes, up at turn 5. Oh, that was risky, making contact with number 14. Man, we're really having to push this. Oh, he's just made his way through. We're lacking some acceleration on this KTM. But once we get the next engine upgrade, that'll be good. Oh, look at everyone behind us queuing up. We must have gone pretty slow through there, and look at the gap that these guys are pulling out. Coming to turn 11. Oh, the top 9 are starting to pull away. We need to try and bridge this gap if possible. It's quite a long lap, but historically we struggle around here, which is a bit of a problem season on season. If you want to be the champion at the end of the season, you can't afford to have any slow races really, because you're only allowed to really make a few mistakes. But it is Rodrigo leading the way after the first lap. Look at that, a 12.5 second lap time. We are 15 seconds to 15.5. So we're quite far off the pace off on that first lap. Let's see if we can close down to Jakob Cornfire then. What is the gap? Looks to be about something like 2 seconds, but we have our own pack hunting us down. Going to turn 3 quite nicely. I always seem to do this at this circuit. Can't close down the gap. It's 1.3 to Cornfile. We should be pretty good on the brakes down the hill here. Into turn 5. Yes, we are. Try carry the momentum. Starting to get visibly closer to Cornfile. Just struggling with wheel spin. Starting to run out a lap. We've got the rest of this lap and the lap after this one, but it's not going to do any good if we can't get ourselves the top 5, really. That's what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for. Hopefully with a few more upgrades we should do a little bit better. Braking up the hill, we can brake pretty late going to turn 11. Decent run out of there. Right, let's see if we pick up some slipstream on Jakob Cornfile. We've closed down a second to him on this lap, so that is a good bit of pace there. Trying over the inside, yes we do, coming to turn 13. He's got the inside line for turn 14, unless we can carry it around the outside, which we're not going to be able to do. That was silly, but it was worth a try. 207.3 from Rodrigo. What are we going to do? 207.6. So he's still quicker than us. He's running away with this one. Rodrigo's running away with the championship. Every series seems to be one rider that runs away with it, which is good for them and good for the quality of the sport, but not for the racing and the tense championships that we need. Well, that's pretty close for second place, so there's the battle for second. Not right enough to win this championship just yet. A lot can happen, especially with what we've seen with the AI falling off this season so far. So it is Antonelli next up, one of the Leopards, and what looks to be Riccardo Rossi. So if we can clear these 3, it's a big ask by the end of this lap, but we need it for the championship points. Once we get this engine upgrade again, we should do pretty decent. Although we're taking horrible lines through there. Trying to get the power down as low as we can, but we just end up spinning up the rear, just lighting up that rear tyre. Here we go, we could try some with the inside, not quite. We're taking an unorthodox line there. Couldn't get the word out either. Right, P9. If we finish a P9, I'll be very disappointed. Come on, let's get at least one more position. These points could come crucial come the end of the season. Just can't close down that gap to be able to overtake. Oh, that was awful over there. Come on, let's do something as the final corner. We're going to have to just brake as late as we can. Dive bomb into that final chicane if we can. We can, but we can't get it stopped. Into the final corner. Oh no, not able to do anything there. So it is going to be P9. Like I said, this is the race that catches us out every single season of career mode. Pretty disappointing though. Let's see what damage that's done to us in the championship, because it's going to have damaged us. Because you can see Ramirez won. He's back up to, oh my god, we have lost out massively to second place. 22 points to second place now. Oh man. Okay, we can close it down, but that's the state of the championship. We can get second place easily, but can we push for the win in the championship? I don't know, because the Rodrigo has a 2 race win buffer to the rest of the pack. So unless he's going to start making mistakes, then I don't think so. But we're going to keep pushing anyway, take a race by race, try to get wins and podiums, and we should naturally close him down. But anyway, that's been it for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, remember to smash the like button, share it around with your friends, and do subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP content. So we'll see you in the next one.